Hi, how are you? It's been a minute. I'm sick today, but I thought to myself, if I don't film a final video for this channel, then I never will. So despite the sickness, we gotta press on and we have to close this out. It's been too long. I've dragged it on for way too long, and that's not fair to any of you out there who are trying to see how things will work out for your surgery. It's a big deal. But also, once you get over the hump and once you get over the surgery, you realize life goes on. And so that's kind of where I've been now. I got over the hump and it's been smooth sailing, which is probably amazing news for you to hear, but it's not fair to those of you who are in the midst of it all and you're like, look, I need practically to see what's gonna happen, and Dora, you've left us in the dark for too long. So I'm sorry. Here I am. Me. Hi. I am just a month away from being 3 years post-op. How crazy is that? It's insane. Got my surgery April 25th, 2022. And now it is March 29th, 2025. Oh my goodness. That's just insane. It feels like yesterday, but it also feels like a lifetime ago. Like, I was just watching back some of my old videos and even putting together my most recent one that I've uploaded before this one. And that was a whole other person. That person was a whole other person. I am not that person anymore. I mean, I am, but it's just been so long. And so much has happened since then. So I don't know. I don't know where to start. So the last thing I covered in my videos was my 5th and 6th week of recovery, and that's when my arch bars were taken off and I could finally start eating and talking and living my life again. Thinking back on the time thereafter, looking at my footage, that's literally when my footage stopped. I stopped recording anything because I was free. I was released from my chains and I was just soaring and getting back to life and seeing what I was capable of doing. As far as doctor visits go, let me think. Shortly there, it was maybe, I think, September. So I had the whole summer of healing and chewing, or maybe it was August. No, I think it was September, till I got Invisalign back on. So again, I went down the Invisalign route instead of normal braces with getting my double jaw surgery. And so there was a time where I had no anything as I was recovering after 5 weeks post-op, nothing holding my teeth in place, keeping things from shifting. So my teeth did shift. There was definitely, I don't know if I ever covered it in a video, but like my teeth were definitely, shifting and not straight anymore after 2-3 months of having no Invisalign or arch bars holding things in place. So as soon as I was called back, or I was ready, I don't know, I went back to my orthodontist to get scanned again for Invisalign and started down a whole additional 1.5 years, I think, of Invisalign to really fix things up. I had my entire left side was open after my surgery. I have some pictures if I didn't include them in my last video. So I had like a couple points on my right side that did touch, but everything else was open, and so the whole point of Invisalign thereafter was to close that up as best as they could. and I had to wear a bunch of elastics and stuff, but that really, as far as double jaw surgery stuff, I mean, I think there was also some joint restrictions on my left side or my right. I don't remember. Even still now, if I'm like, I think it's my left side. So my left side's always been my problem side, I guess, since surgery. But there was a time, like 3 months after surgery, where as I'm chewing, like my left side is getting tired, or it was hurting, or it's like popping a little bit. But it really wasn't and didn't end up being any cause for concern. And still, even now, like if I'm like yawning too wide, it's not like it gives out on me, but like it kind of gives out on me. But I think it's just because this side isn't as strong as my right side. I'm very right side dominant. So I don't know. Interpret that how you will, I guess. I don't know. That was just personally how it went for me. And quickly after I was able to eat and talk, you know, and everything, my swelling was going down super fast, which was so great. Like I really just needed to get my mouth moving to get the swelling to go down. So swelling went down in those first months after surgery, which was so great. Love that. Like you could totally get this over the summer before you go back to school the next fall and be pretty set to live your life again. On my community board, I posted 2 years ago a 1-year update with photos of myself smiling. And as far as swelling after surgery, here's the thing. A lot of it is a question of, was it just my baby face? And now that I'm older, my face has matured more, or was it swelling from the surgery? Hard to say, but my surgeon would say both. I think he has said both, but he said that I held on to a lot of swelling in my chin for quite a while. And then in these last, my second and third year post-op, swelling's all gone. As far as numbness and feeling goes, I definitely do have some numbness. Not that I don't notice it on a day-to-day basis at all. In the beginning with healing, it was a little weird because I would like eat food and then I would not realize I had food just like floating on the outside of my gums in my mouth for extended periods of time, until, you know, I'd like brush my teeth later and I would just be talking and then stuff. there would be times where I wouldn't realize I had some leftover chewed food in my mouth because I couldn't feel that it was there. It doesn't happen anymore because I'm much better at chewing and swallowing now. But yeah, so as far as numbness goes, here on the inside, I don't have any feeling. On the top, I'm pretty okay. But yeah, just like in here, because this is where my incisions were for like everything. So they did my genioplasty chin and my lower jaw, I think, through these incisions here. So those were definitely big spots that were messed with, but like who really needs feeling right there? Like in jawline, see, it's also hard to tell if I can feel because it's like my skin will feel it versus my gum or muscle, whatever. I don't know, jawline's pretty okay. I can feel my screws from the surgery here. I can't find this one. But I have a screw here that will just stay with me forever. My screws and plates, they're a part of me now. I was given the option of being able to go back in to get those all removed now that I'm post-op, if I so desired or needed to, but I don't need to, and then I'll just have to deal with swelling again with them going in there and taking stuff out. So I'm good, and I've flown out of the country, I've flown in the country, and I have not had any issues with metal detectors or anything. I've gotten x-rays done, CAT scans, nothing wrong. No, these don't interfere with anything, so in case you're worried, you'll be okay. I am really happy with the results of this surgery. I don't think it could have been done any better. I finished my Invisalign journey over a year ago, and it's funny, when I'm getting it all taken off, my orthodontist tells me about my left side, you know, the one that was always open. My orthodontist tells me, well, yeah, that side's just gonna, there's not much we can do about it. Your teeth are just really small, they don't fit together. Sorry. And I'm thinking, isn't that your job, to make it all close and touch? Yes, but it is not that bad. I guess I'll show a clip of how it is now, but the majority of everything touches and fits as well as it could, and chewing's a lot easier now, definitely, from where we started with only one point in my mouth touching, both before surgery and right after surgery. Now having the majority touch is such a blessing, and literally all I wanted, and I've got it now, so. And really, I feel like as far as perceiving myself, like, do I see myself as the same person I was before surgery? I would say that it feels like this is the face I was always meant to have, and I am so grateful to have been able to look the way I have felt I should for so long. It always felt like beforehand, before surgery, like something was wrong with me, and it was just like, it was like wearing clothes that are too tight, and then you're finally given something that actually fits you. And that's how I felt about my face, I guess. So I don't have any, I haven't had, not once since coming out of surgery have I thought, I've made a mistake, I wish I could go back to how I used to look. Because yes, that person was me, but it's just the way I look now is so much more me. So I'm really happy with how everything has turned out, and I would say I have $1 million smile, so all that matters is if I say it, okay? I don't want to hear any other opinions, okay? Let me see it the way I want to see it. I don't know what else to say, and it feels crazy to think this is the end of this channel, probably, most likely, definitely. I've neglected it for so long already, but I felt it was right to give it closure. So I don't know, do I do like an outro? I don't know. I guess to sort of parallel my first video and my first intro, I'm Dora Evenhack. I am now 20, almost 21 years old. I had double jaw surgery 3 years ago, and I could not be happier with the results, and I would definitely recommend getting it done. That's it. That's the video. And that's the end. I did it.